Good morning. In the previous section, we were thinking about the cultural heritage of India. It is a lengthy lesson, so this is the second part. So, when we think of the contributions of India to the world, we can find so many important aspects in so many various fields. So, think of literature. We have the ancient epic poems like Ramayana, which is considered as the Adi Kavya. Of course, we have Mahabharata. I don't know whether there are any epic poems in the world that can be placed at par with these epic poems. Of course, we have the Greek epic poems of Homer, Iliad, Odyssey, then the Latin Divine Comedy. But these poems, the Indian epics, have a wider canvas, and so many millions of people even today they read and enjoy Ramayana, Mahabharata, the great contributions of Indians. Think of the Vedas, the four Vedas, Then we have the Brahmanas, we have the Aranyakas, we have the Upanishads. Upanishads, actually, we had about 1150 Upanishads, but most of them were destroyed. Today, we have only 108 Upanishads which are available. But these, as Professor Sukumar Arikod has said, Upanishads are the Himalaya of the soul. That gives great lessons about the Atma, the journey of the Antaratman towards the Parabrahma, things, philosophical lessons like that. Then think of the great poets like Kalidasa and Bhasa. See, we have Shakespeare in England, but still critics are debating who is the best, Kalidasa or Shakespeare. Imagine Kalidasa lived in 4th century or 5th century BC. He lived during the time of Chandragupta II, the Gupta Empire, but Shakespeare lived in the 16th century AD. So, still, Kalidasa is considered as one of the best poets and dramatists in the world. And we had Bhasa also. Then, if you think of the criticism, the history of ancient Indian criticism, we start with Bharata Muni. Bharata Muni lived also in the 4th century BC, but up to 12th century AD, we had a host of critics. Natyashastra was written by Bharata Muni, but we had a number of books written on Alankara Shastra, and ancient Indian critics are numerous. So, just think that India has a wonderful heritage in literature and in the field of literary criticism, poetry, drama, and all these fields. Think of the classical art forms of India. We have the Bharatanatyam, the other dance forms of other states, Kuchipudi, Odissi, Mohiniyattam, Kathakali, which actually originated in Kerala, in Kottarakara. So we can be proud of that. So all these are great contributions. Think of the classical musical forms, the Carnatic music and its branches. Then, of course, we had the ancient universities like Nalanda, Takshashila. So the contributions are numerous, and we excelled in so many different fields. Think of the architectural feats of India, the achievements of India. Think of the Konark temples in Puri, the Khajuraho temples, Then think of our artists of Ajanta and Ellora, the cave paintings. Think of the ancient scientists like Aryabhatta, who invented zero, and our Ayurveda in the field of medicine. Ayurveda has no comparison. Our yoga is being practiced all over the world today. And we had, of course, um, so many Nobel laureates coming to the modern era, starting with Rabindranath Tagore, who was the first Indian, first Asian to win the Nobel Prize for Literature for his Gitanjali. We have other scientists also, like Dr. Hargobind Khurana, Dr. Subramaniam Chandrasekhar, and so on. So we can be proud of being an Indian, because India is not like any other civilization. It has a long line of philosophers and thinkers and artists. And think of our Adi Shankara, who popularized the Vedanta philosophy. Born in Kaladi in Kerala, traveled all over India, established so many mutts, so many temples are known in his name, and he was one of the greatest philosophers of the world. So, this is what we have inherited from India. So, when we say I am an Indian, you can be proud of being an Indian, because our contributions are great.